We are live?
But on the screen, it's still the hop in.
Yeah, there is latency, most likely, no?
Oh, there we are.
Like always, some latency.
All right. So I guess, can people confirm they can hear us? Barbara, can you maybe confirm hearing us?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing?
Yeah. How are you? Sorry, we were a bit confused by the latency before seeing that we were live, so that's why we were continuing our discussion, not understanding that it started already.
So welcome to our session. I'm Sarah. Nice to have you around. I'm part of the sales team here at Prismic, and joining me is our product guy, Renaud. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So, okay, Barbara just confirmed that she can hear us well, so we're good. Basically, we wanted to have this walkthrough session with all of you to discuss the different features of a content writer's experience. And we wanted to show you a definition of how the different features are used, such as the slices, how you can create new pages on the go, edit the existing ones, schedule them on a specific time and date, and localize content. So all of these will be covered in a very simplistic yet knowledgeable way. Renaud here can give you more technical aspects of each scenario or each feature. In case we have technical people, raise your hand in the chat so that we know to address some technical aspects for you or anything specific that you want us to cover. We would be more than happy to. I mean, he will be more than happy to cover. Nonetheless, you have the chat, you have us to answer all of your questions, and if there's anything not clear, we can repeat and explain in different ways. We're here to help you out, make the best out of the features.
And the best out of this session too. So the thing is that, as Sarah said, like we are here, we are seeing your comment in the chat. So if you want to just deep dive into any given topic, let us know. We'll go off rate. And it's good for us also because we are used to do those demos. So now if we can get some specific question and some specific interrogation, we'll be happy to tackle them. If you can let us know on the chat maybe where you're coming from or like what you do in your company.
Yes.
Are you a developer? Are you someone from a content marketing team, let's say? Are you a product manager? Are you, I don't know, a stakeholder trying to refine a new project? Let us know. This will help us a lot in understanding what we should discuss, what we should put emphasis on, and yeah, try to again customize the session as much as possible.
Correct. So we had Barbara that she shared. She's from Chicago, and but not other watchers. I guess they're a bit shy still. So we would love to know where you're connecting us from and what's your role. Barbara is asking if the session will be recorded for future reference. Yes, it is recorded. We can either share it on the YouTube channel or we can send it over via email after the session. If you could share your emails in the chat, we would also be. It would be also helpful to follow up with you in case you had any questions or need to set up a technical call or a content modeling review session. We would be more than happy to organize those. All right. So Ray is from India. Hello, welcome to the session. I guess maybe we could start with the first scenario.
Let's go for it.
All right. So the first scenario that we'll be covering today is the editing of an existing page on Prismic. So let's just say that you joined a project or a company or a team that already has a website live with Prismic, and you are tasked to update or edit the pages that are on your website. In order for you to do that, you have two ways to operate. The first one is to use the preview that I will be showing you right now on my screen, and then use the edit toolbar, right? Yeah. In order for you to find the components that you want to edit. Let me share my screen and let's dive into it. All right, so I guess you can see now. First things first, when you see a page, it's very important for you to break it down into smaller components and to understand what are the different constituents of this given page. So for example, on the top section here, I have a title, a hero banner, and a text in the black box. So this is on its own a component that we call a slice inside Prismic. When I scroll down, I can also see another set of components all grouped together in a slice, which contains a title, a call to action button, and a range of products for my coffee shop that I want to sell. Obviously, you can see my website is outdated. This homepage is outdated because 14th of July was the National Independence Day in France, and we actually created the update for that purpose, and we had like promotions going on. But obviously, we're past that date and we have to update. It's very late to do so, but I mean, we're gonna do it anyways. In order for us to do so, this edit toolbar has been implemented thanks to the help of our developers at Prismic. This is pretty simple to implement. It does not really take a lot of time. And it's really efficient for the marketing teams and also for the dev teams because they will be able to edit on the go whatever component they find needing to be updated. So when I press on the edit button here, I can see that the the toolbar will give me a prediction on where this component lives inside my interface. When I click on it, I'll be Prismic account, like inside interface. And inside my writing room, I will be able to see the content that was on my homepage. So I will change the title here, coffees for this summer season. Maybe it would be better as a title. I'm going to change the hero banner to make it more summery. Maybe this cup with the beach. And then promotions for this 14th of July, no. For this summer season again. And maybe I would want to push the promotional section one layer below, because maybe I just don't want to highlight it too much. It's too much in your face as soon as someone checks the homepage. So I'm just going to bump it down a bit, and I'm going to save. Once I do this, my preview will automatically reflect all of the changes that I just did before I publish it live. Okay, so we have a small issue with the picture, but the point is that my title has been changed. My hero banner is now updated. And as you can see, I bumped down the promotion section to one layer below. And in the middle, I have another slide that's showing the Eiffel Tower, because we're in France.
And so, yes, what we've seen is basically the fact that you were navigating your website and you had this toolbar that allowed you, since you're a Prismic user, to go directly to the writing home. And as you said, just add this section, add this slice into your page. That's really cool. We have something that is okay for us. We know that it's okay for us because you clicked on the preview button.
Correct.
And but you're the only one seeing that, like me, if I'm going to this website, I will not see that, right?
Yes, okay, because cool. You're not part of the Prismic project, so you will not be able to see the edit button. This is something that's exclusively made for the internal teams. In order for us to give you a glimpse on what we are seeing, I'm going to copy the link to this unique preview session that I'm running right now and post it in the chat so that you can try it at home or at the office, wherever you're logging in from, and confirm that it works as well when you are clicking on it. Because the concept behind this preview button, preview link, is that whenever you have the need to share the updates with someone from your team that does not necessarily have an account in Prismic or do not use Prismic on a regular basis. Nonetheless, they do want to see what's going on, what work has been done. You can simply copy this link and give it to them. They could view it, they could give their comments. Maybe your mom would be so proud. I don't know, like anyone that would like to see what you're building, this preview link is the go-to option.
And so you just share the link. So if people can confirm that they are seeing really the changes that you did, so the new image, basically, the new slides that you added, it would be very cool for us to know that. I see that Noah is asking a question. She's asking, how can I change the cropping, zooming of picture? So maybe it would be interesting to do that. Since we have a bit of latency, I would wait a bit before getting some confirmation on the fact that people are seeing the changes.
Yep.
Can you confirm on the chat that the Prismic link is working fine and that you just see what Sarah did? Would be cool. Small song. You sing a bit, for 2 seconds.
So we changed the dimensions.
So I don't have a confirmation yet, but yes. What we could do is you could, for example, zoom in with your trackpad, and you would be just zoom.
Yeah, zoom.
So I think you should be able to just zoom in and change the cropping, or for example, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm zooming in.
Yes, if you zoom in, it will zoom, or you can change the cropping if you like. Yeah, you can change the dimension.
500 by 500 maybe.
Change the format. Maybe do go ahead. Yeah, perfect. Put the impeccable. Impec.
Yeah, I think this would be better.
Thanks, Noah, for confirming that the Prismic link is working fine. So we are now editing basically the zooming of the image. You can just go out of go out of this, most likely. It would be good. If you close if you go out of the pop-up.
Okay, I'm out. It's saved, and then let's save and preview to see.
Normally the preview should be refreshed automatically since you saved.
And there you go. The cup shows better. It wasn't showing at all, and now it shows, so it worked.
Better, yeah, as you say.
Let's see if people can confirm seeing those changes, and we can discuss the second way to edit a page. So Ray and Barbara, I don't know if you tried the link, but do let us know. And if any other people watching us from outside and are a bit shy to tell us about their attendance, please don't be. We love to having you around. You would boost our motivation, to have a more pumped up session.
But knowing the system, I guess it's working fine.
Okay. I mean, you're the product guy. I'll do whatever you tell me. Okay, so after we edited the first part of the page by clicking on the preview and then using the toolbar, we will do it in the second way, which is the not on my end. Who's that? Let me see. So Badr is saying not on his end. What is not working? Can you please let us know so that we can solve it? Or Renaud can solve it.
Hello, Badr. I think I will try to guess you're on Safari and you need to allow like third-party cookie. If it's the case, it will work just fine.
Okay.
That's my guess. You tell me if you're not on Safari. We'll discuss it.
Okay. So until Badr replies, I will show you guys how you can edit a page from inside the interface. So given the fact that you just logged in and you want to update your homepage, you will see on your dashboard a bunch of documents that are available. You have the options to filter or to search your documents based on their title, their type, their tags, or the author who actually created it. So in our case right now, due to the fact that we just edited the homepage, so it's like the first document on my documents dashboard, I will go in and I will simply delete a slice maybe, or no, I won't. I feel too bad deleting something. It's just too pretty. I'm just gonna change the image of the Eiffel Tower here and put like a splashing iced coffee, and maybe move the story text one layer above. Save, and now when I refresh my preview, my changes will reflect. Let's see. Nope, not yet. Yes. Okay, so because, there you go. So I have the image that changed, and my text, our coffee shop story, is also one layer above the product slice. So I was able to do those changes right away, and now all I have to do, once I reviewed everything I edited on the preview session, all I need to do is publish it or schedule it in a release, which will be covering it after a very short while. In case you have any questions for this first scenario, because we're done editing an existing page, do let us know in the chat. Did you use the preview before? Barbara was saying she's a new user, so I guess you're discovering this recently. But we have Ray here from India. Maybe you could share with us if you already had experience with Prismic before, you knew about the preview, anything that you can share with us would be great.
And Barbara, I'm interested in knowing one thing too. Like, if you said that you're new to Prismic, are you joining a company that is using Prismic at the moment? Like, are you joining an already existing repository, or are you considering like using Prismic for a new project? If it's a new company that you're joining, like, I guess this session will be very interesting because we'll guide you through basically all the basics of the configuration of Prismic. Mm-hmm. And if in your company that is using Prismic, for example, they don't have this preview or edit button setup, I will just drop the documentation allowing your team maybe to implement it in an easy way, so that can help them. If you can pass them the article, it would be a good thing. So
Nerdophil is saying, okay, I get it now. You get which part? We would love to know which part you get so that we're reassured. And Barbara is saying if we can explain layering.
I'm not sure about the question. Yeah. Can you maybe give us a bit more detail on what you meant by layering? Is it something like a specific context, concept that you want us to explore, or is it something that we showed that wasn't clear? It would be interesting for us, Barbara.
And please. Badr is saying that you got it right. He's using Safari. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, cool. So we're clear on that. Okay. As Barbara will clarify what she means by layering, I'll be moving to the second scenario, which is creating a new page from scratch. So in this situation, you will be, let's just say that you will be creating a new blog post. That's what I would like to go with today. For your summer season, maybe some content about coffee, because coffee have seasonalities. Did you know that? like there are
No, I didn't know.
not every coffee is in season.
Okay.
Like you have different coffee types that are harvested in a different time of the year or different areas of the year. So I decided to create a blog post concerning the seasonality of coffees today.
Wow.
Now that we have the summer season upon us, so what I will do is I will go back to my Prismic interface and I will click on Create New. So let me give you a background detail about how this is going to happen. Before I have my template available to be used, right, like I will have to show you right now, I was in touch with our developers here at Prismic so that they could create a template, which we call a custom type, which will allow me to actually have the components and the fields available for me to fill in with the content that I want to fill in with, and to have the blocks, which we call them slices, configured in a way that will make my page as dynamic as possible, but also not limiting me to a specific type of layout. So for example, in this given blog post, I will be using different slices, but then if I want to create another blog post on my page, I can use the same template, but mix and match the slices that I had inside that template that was put together by the developers to have a completely different blog post, yet with zero developer interference and full autonomy as a content writer.
I will stop you there because it correlates a lot with Barbara's question.
Okay.
She just added a bit more details.
All right.
So she's asking us basically, she said that you edited by dropping an element down and up using the word layer. Maybe I need a review of your terminology and function. Okay. So basically, if you look at the website that Sarah just presented, what we have seen is basically a website that is created around a simple concept that are sections. Like you see that on the top there is like this huge carousel, then there is block listing coffees, another element that I don't know, like some kind of text or whatever. And the thing is, instead of having a rigid template that you always structure the same way, what Prismic offers is what we call slices. And so those slices allows you as a marketing team to create pages with sections. So basically you're not tied to a simple and rigid structure. You really have the ability to say, okay, at the top of my page, I want this carousel. Then just below, I want this list of products. Then I want maybe another carousel. Then I want text. Then I want a video. I want any given custom component that were pre-made for my website and for my design system, basically, to be embedded in the page. And this gives you a lot of flexibility as an editor, because you can create as many pages as you want. And so what she did earlier was she added a new banner, let's say, and she just moved another section like below or under, above and under any other section. And that's what we are going to do right now with really simple components like text, images, and stuff like that. But it can be way more complex components. So you'll get the idea.
Yes.
Just after that.
So I'll be using some very simplistic slices which contain a text field, contains an image field, just so that we can give you an idea on how fast it is to create a page from scratch. I'll also be using an embed link to embed a YouTube link about a coffee documentary, etc. So I'm just trying to be playful today. Okay, so I'm going to copy my text that I already prepared in my notes. So don't peek in my notes and read what I have there. And I'll add an image, which is the hero banner here. Okay, so as you can see, my document has been divided into two sections. The upper section is my static section, where I will include a title, a hero banner, anything on a page that should stay still and not given the flexibility to be moved on another level of the page. So you don't want to be in a situation where a content writer just moves your top section with the title to the middle of your page just because they felt playful, and you will have all of your page structure ruined. Following that, as you can see when I press on this plus button, this is where the carousel or the list of my components or my slices were made available. I have many of them, so I will choose a mix and match some which I want to create my blog post with today. I will take a text block here and I will copy a paragraph that I had prepared about what makes a coffee in or out of season. So this is a text I have. I could either type it in or copy paste it from a Word document that I had prepared. Following that, I will be using an image field to insert another image to make it more, like something more like colorful. I love colors. It's summer, so why not? And then I'll be using again a slice for a text here, which would be a bit longer. I'll embed a video. So I'll use the embed here to copy a link from YouTube, maybe. Let's see. I don't have the link ready, so I'm just going to go on YouTube right now and copy a link. Coffee seasonality. I'll just take this one, maybe. Yeah, I mean, this looks coffee oriented.
Yeah.
Let me go back. Oops, sorry.
Oh.
I'm fine. I'm fine. He just wants me to get sick so that he can take over the session.
So you added an embed link for a video.
Yes, and then finally a final layer of text.
Maybe, you know what? Wait a bit. What we'll do is that we'll just save this, preview it, and then add the layer after, so that maybe Barbara grasp a bit more the concept of those like slices, those elements that we add and combine.
All right, so I have my stuff filled in, save and preview.
Okay.
And there you go.
Awesome. We have our page with the banner at the beginning, some text. That was the first component that you selected, an image, just more text, and then the video that you just embedded.
Yes.
We need to touch the style so that the video is bigger.
Yes.
But you get the idea. You have those sections that basically combine vertically, and that you have like the flexibility that you want to compose. Those are very simple components.
Yes.
But it can be way more complex, like carousel, like, I don't know, an image on the left, some text on the right. Everything that you want to do, basically, you can do.
A color picker maybe in a slice.
For example.
To define if you want this layer to be like dark colored, half width, full width labels that can be added so that you can designate as a content writer like embedded messages to your developer person, or if you are the developer, you will be able to understand what the content writer is trying to put out there without actually going the back and forth, be having this conversation and then taking notes on the side and then forgetting about them. So this will be like very quick. Okay, so now...
So you have your page, you preview the beginning, and you wanted to add just basically, after the video, you wanted to add a new section, right?
Yes.
A new slice.
So I will click on the edit button, go to my interface, inside my blog document, and I will add another layer of text.
I'm looking at the question on YouTube to be sure that maybe Barbara understood. No, okay, not yet.
Not yet. All right, and then here is the final text. Are some coffees in season more than others?
What?
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Like, because it seems that there are some type of coffees that don't go out of season. Just so you know, sharing knowledge.
And so now if you save, you should see the new section just at the end of the page.
And there you go.
So Barbara, let us know if the concept that you wanted to explore a bit more and that you were asking question for is what we just explained. If it's now clear, or maybe there is some part that are still unclear. So let us know, and we'll try to make it as obvious as possible so that you get the idea. But general idea, website section, those are slices. You can combine them the way you want, because developer created some custom section just for you, for your website, and then you have the availability to just create as many pages as you want thanks to these sections.
And like working with a design person, like a designer at the company, to be like able to translate the design into components and then those components be used is super important. So this is like a tip from a non-technical person to a technical or non-technical person. Whenever I tell the guys I want to create a new template, they're like, okay, what's the design? Tell us what you want to put out there, how it's going to look like, so that we can understand what to create for you. So this was the second scenario, which is creating a new page from scratch. I hope that the concept was grasped and all was clear. Do let us know in the chat if you knew this was the way to go, if this is something like completely new for you. We would also love to know if there are what type of projects you are planning to work with Prismic for, or you already use Prismic but we don't know about it. So anything you could share in terms of types of project. Maybe we can share an example about, I don't know, if you guys have an e-commerce website or anything interesting you want us to touch base on, we'll be more than happy to deviate from our
if you have a
agenda.
And if you have a coffee shop,
yeah.
perfect.
We'll give you the website. It's yours. A gift from me to you today. Okay. So, moving forward?
Moving forward.
All right. So, now, I will stay on my blog post and I will be covering how to schedule a release. So, releases. They are used in two ways. One of them is to create a release and schedule the content on a specific time and date. And the second way is to create a release so that you can use it as a publication workflow in case you have different layers in your company, in your same team, who create content, need to be reviewed and then published by a person who is maybe on a higher level in the team or someone that has the jurisdiction to actually have a say in what goes or does not go. We have Barbara saying, where did your blog text reside within Prismic or another product? So you mean where did I get the text from? I guess that's what I understand from your question. I got the text from an online website, but maybe it's not the...
As soon as you input the text in Prismic, so it's now stored in Prismic and distributed through what we call an API. We'll have a look at it later. But basically it's some kind of database that developer will be able to query easily to get the content from. So as soon as it's inputted in the editor, so in the orange page that we just saw, it's stored in Prismic and distributed through our API. Does that make sense? Yes.
All right. So I will be discussing the releases. So basically, I have a blog post here that is in a draft mode, and I want to group it in a release so that I can publish it on a specific time and date. So what I will do is simply press on the publish button, and from the drop down here, which gives me different options, I will choose publish during a release. So basically, I will be grouping this update along with my homepage update that I just did for the summer season together. I will preview them together because they're in the same folder-like view, and then publish them on a specific time and date.
Awesome.
This way, you don't need to actually be up. We know with COVID, teams are distributed in different time zones. Maybe you have you want to update a version of your website that is across the continent, and the time zones are super different. This way, you don't have to worry. You can stay asleep. You can just be carefree, and everything will go live on that time. Or even like if you imagine you're on vacation and you have to publish something because the time zone is like required or something.
Yeah, but like not even that.
That would be a bummer.
Yeah, for sure. But there is very, very concrete use case. Let's say in the people that use Prismic user base. I'm sorry, I'm tired. End of the day in France here. In our user base, for example, we see a lot of e-commerce website that wants to do flash sales or
Black Friday.
sales or Black Friday sales for a given date or a given time. And the thing is that you don't know how your day will plan. You might have a longer meeting than previously scheduled, and so you go over time, and you don't have the time to just click on the button at the right time. So what you can do is what Sarah will just show now. Basically, you input a date, you input a time, and then the content will go live automatically.
Yes. So, as I was saying, we press on the publish button and we choose publish during the release. So another drop down will pop up in case you already have a folder that has been created, which I have in this case called new release. Then I will select that, but I can also create a new one like right away.
For sure.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I will name it Summer Edits. So once I create this release, my banner will turn purple, indicating that this given document is in my release called this Summer Edits. When I go inside of it, I will find my document there. I will also add my homepage that I just edited so that you can have a sense on how the grouping works. So publish, I will say during a release, I'll choose Summer Edits, save, and boom. We have now two documents that we can preview together. Let's preview.
That's really cool because often what you want to do is like create a new page, but also change your navigation along with it, like change your home page, change a lot of stuff. You most likely don't want to change one thing.
Of course. And then you will also have like a real view on how it's going to look like before you publish live. So you can navigate through your different pages. I didn't edit my product page, but I had edited my blog post, and then my home page is also updated. It's as if I'm navigating through a live website, but just incognito. You're the only one who is seeing this.
And you can go back to the live website. So if you click on the toolbar on the cross, like, then you will go back to the website and you'll see that the home page is now
it's
like
still the one
page. Yeah.
It's still the one that you had with the Independence Day thing.
And that's the website that everyone will see if they are not in the preview session.
Yeah. So now that we previewed and we're sure we want to go with this, we will schedule it on a specific time and date. So pick a time and date. Let's just say August 5th on 12 a.m. and we're good. Now our release is scheduled on August 5th, 12 a.m. to go live on its own. These 2 pages will be replacing your existing one, and that's pretty much it for this one. Yeah. I'm thinking if I missed anything, but I think so. We covered it most.
But like you saw, basically, you show basically that we can, thanks to Prismic, and that's very unique to Prismic, you can bulk publish, bulk preview, and bulk schedule document to be released at a given time. That's very, very interesting and helpful for e-commerce. We have betting platforms that are using that when they want to change content after a game, for example.
Yes.
You want to prepare, I don't know, launch and the release of a product. It's very useful for your use case. So yeah, a lot of very interesting use cases that are covered by this feature, and that I think you will not find anywhere else.
Okay. You're saying it, not me.
I'm saying it.
I also wanted to just briefly touch point on the publication workflow use case for the releases. So basically the concept will be the same. You will be creating a folder or a release called to review, and every time a content writer from the team worked on an update or created a new blog post, let's just say, that has to be reviewed before being published, they will group them and put them in that given folder, and the manager or the publisher of the team will go in. They will know that, okay, these are the documents that the team has worked on. These are the ones I need to review and publish, and it would be super organized and easier to manage when you have like very hefty updating like procedures or like reoccurring ones on the go. So Barbara is saying, how do you change static info? For example, header and footer info.
That's a very, very good question, and that's exactly the same way as a page. So if Sarah can go back to the writing room, we've created a document that's called layout. I say, if you filter by type, you have it, right?
No, layout. Yes, I'm inside of it.
Okay, cool. And so what you see here is that we have our header basically with like all the product that we want to put in there, like the different page that we want to link into. And so it's the navigation. It's maintained the same way as a page, so you can update it right away in here. And then you can preview it. You can schedule it the same way. You can do whatever you want. It's like it's like a page. You maintain it the same way as a page.
So we have used the tab approach for this, because this way you will be able to have both the header and footer in one document, not to populate or not to have your documents list too much like trafficy with different documents for the similar stuff. So we had the items that we want to show, the fields. So here we have a group field that was added. We have the social media icons with the links to them added. And you can also add more instances, because in case now, we have TikTok, right? We need to update this with a TikTok link. Why not? So you can simply do that by clicking on adding a new instance, and you will add the TikTok icon here with the link. I don't have it. But it's booming, so why not? We have to follow the trends. So I hope that answers your question, Barbara. I will be, I guess, moving to the final content editing scenario, which is localization. So maybe you know, or maybe you don't know, but Prismic offers you the ability to enable an unlimited amount of locales on your repository. So if you have like 20 languages, like your website is serving into different markets with 20 languages, you are able to enable them very easily from the settings. What is it?
Nothing.
Okay. What did I say? He doesn't want to say. He'll say it after the session. Okay. I won't forget about this laugh. Moving on. So I'll go to my settings right now, and I will go into local translations and locales. And as you can see, I already have like a bunch of locales enabled. So you see, Barbara agrees.
Yeah, she wants TikTok too.
Yes. So if you can see through my list, maybe I could zoom in a bit. You can find some funny languages here, like Armenian Lebanon, English Canada. English Canada is not funny, but funny. The Armenian Lebanese is funny. You also have English LA. So this was created by me so that my coffee shop can serve different coffees for the LA branch, because I'm from New York. Anyways, so basically you can have your custom locale enabled and created, or you can have a new locale from scratch also selected. From this drop down list, I will enable Danish. I like Denmark.
Like a lot of expansion. You are going global now.
Yes. Like I don't have time to scratch my head. I think I might need a project manager. Would you be interested? This turns into a recruitment session. All right. So I just enabled the Danish locale. When I go back to my dashboard, I will be able to see it in my drop-down list of locales, which is the last one. And simply, I will go inside documents. Just the Independence Day one, an old blog that I had, and I will press on copy to another locale. So here you will be given two options. To clarify, one option, which is copy all content, means that English to English or Arabic to Arabic, French to French, you have the same text, same language, same images, structure, all copied to your new locale, and you would do small tweaks to change, let's just say, some products that are not available, maybe the currency. I don't know, you want to add the Danish flag, I don't know,
you want your local model to represent the brand.
Yes, exactly. Or maybe your addresses are different.
Exactly.
So this could work in that way. Whereas if you copy, slice, structure, and asset, it means that your language is completely different, like the Danish one, obviously. And what you will have is basically the entire structure of your page. So the slices that you have selected initially will be in the same flow along with the images, but nonetheless the text will be removed so that a Danish person, which I am not, will come in and write the Danish text of your blog. So I don't know. Like hello, I don't know.
Let's go really fast with that.
Yeah. Let's move forward. I'm sorry if there are any Danish people here. I don't mean it in a bad way, but anyway. So this is basically for the locales part. I don't know if you have any questions, but we only have one scenario left, which is creating a custom types, which are the templates. Yes?
And this will connect with, for example, the question that Barbara had earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes. How can you manage the navigation and like static elements like header, footer, etc. You can manage it in Prismic by creating what we call custom types. So basically, we'll go into that, I think. Yeah. The same way as you define some kind of model for your pages, where you say I want a title, I want a description, and I want a set of sections, those slices. You could do exactly the same thing for your navigation. So you create a custom type that's called navigation, and you put and you say that you want a set of links with text, etc.
Yeah, and just to also point out an important part concerning the custom types, we usually create a new custom type when we have a new section on your website. So, for example, we already have a template for blog that we can reuse as many times as we want. But let's just say that you are launching a news section where, like, outbreak of coffee, I don't know what, like fields are burning because it's too hot, and you want to have like a section for news, which it's not available yet on the website right now. This is why you would create a new template, a new custom type. Would you like to do it? Should I do it? I can do it. I mean,
I'm gonna do it.
You did it last time. That's why I'm asking. Okay. I'm giving you the option.
Okay. So Barbara is also asking a question. She's asking, so the text is translated, or do you need to input the translated text?
So the text is not translated. You have to translate it with a translation tool or like
someone in your team.
Yes.
Like you can integrate many users in Prismic. So
Yes.
what we see pretty often is that basically there is a I don't know, a team for the US that will do all the content for the US, then a team for Denmark that will do all the content for Denmark, and then there is a set of role where Danish people can only edit the Danish content, etc., etc. But it serves as a bootstrap, for example, for the content to just copy to another local, being able to have the first version of the content ready, and then you start to translate. Make sense? And then there is latency, so I will go to the custom type and see the answer after.
Okay, I'll let you know what she says.
So what do we want to do? What do we want to do as a custom type?
Maybe we can create like coffee news section.
Coffee news sections.
Maybe.
Okay.
Like what are the trends? People are going bio. People are going organic. Maybe.
So some kind of category, basically.
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
Okay, so category pages. Okay, so in here I just clicked on the button that says create a new custom type. I have two choices. I have a choice that is 1, I create a repeatable type, or 2, a single type.
Correct.
What does it mean? It seems a bit complicated to understand, but it's a very simple concept. Like basically, when you do blog posts, you want to do many of them, so it will be a repeatable type. You do a model and you can reuse it as many times as you want, while a single type will be most likely navigation, as we said. You only have one main navigation and you don't want to have many of them, so you create a single navigation.
It would be like a very specific template made to serve a specific section of your website, which won't be needed again. Like you only have one type of one homepage. It's going to be the same design every time. Either you want to revamp it, so you would update it, of course, but you don't need to reuse the homepage template for a blog post, for example.
Exactly. So I just created a custom types that is a category, and the thing is that we want to do different things with it. Well, we most likely want to give it a name.
Yes.
So it will be the name of the category. I'm struggling with the keyboard.
Sorry, it's QWERTY.
Sorry for me, we are the only one doing hazard here. Okay, so we have a title, that is the name. I'll set a UID. A UID is basically a technical ID that I will be able to use in my URL, for example, to query a given category. Up. And then what I could do is have an image, up, and a set of elements that can be, for example, in our cases, slices, if I want to do rich content. So I will create just an example slice or reuse one that we have from the repo, maybe. This. Yeah, I will take the title block, would be cool. I will take maybe the image and an image carousel. Up, I will have them here. And I will create a specific one maybe to also link new products. So for example, the product list, this will be the name of my slice, because at some point I would like to in my category list some featured product for the category.
Or different news categories, maybe. I don't know. Let's just say breaking news.
Breaking news?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, so I just created a new custom types that is called category. I have a bunch of slices, so those sections that I will be able to use. I will just configure the feature product list, because what I want to do, as I said, for me, I would like to link to products. So I'll use a link that is content relationship, and I'll put it as repeatable.
So this will help you link to any document inside Prismic, the content relationship field.
Yeah.
So let's just say I call them mama and the baby documents. So basically you would have a landing page where you want to, point out to different products, different news articles, different inspirational content. So what you would do, instead of having a home page with every single one of them, you would have a landing page with the content relationship field inside. And every time you want to feature one, then you would simply point to the document inside Prismic, and your clients will simply be navigated to that pointed document.
And so in my case, I want to direct to product, so I would just say I want to direct to product. So it will be product, and then I will save my custom type. So now starting this from this point, I will be able to create as many documents as I want from the category custom type, the category template basically. I don't see my mouse again. Okay, here. And then I find exactly the custom type definition, the model definition that I created, and I can reuse it. So in my case, it will be
the same one we had seen when I was creating a blog post from scratch.
Exactly.
So this was how it was defined by the team beforehand, with accordance to a design that I had given them.
So I'll select a bunch of my product. I'll add let's say a text slice here, and we'll be good. So I will not have an actual page rendered yet, because when you create a custom type, you need to have a developer after that will come and that will basically translate this into a page. But that's what you are able to do in terms of content modeling and the way you want to define the slices.
Yeah, so I mean, even sometimes you could just create the document that you want. In case, for example, on that day or on that moment, you don't have a developer to render it for you, so you don't want to stop your flow of work. You would just create it if you have the template, like if you have the ability to create a template, if you're a bit technical, and then your developer will simply translate this, take the document with the UID, and then include it in the code so that it shows up, I guess, render it.
But so basically it's only for new models.
Correct.
Like for all the models that were previously
Everything
created, blog post, everything will work.
Yeah, you don't need to knock on their doors. I know the struggle. I know how busy they can get. So this is a way to simplify your work on a daily basis. You want me to take it over?
As you want.
Okay. So, okay, Barbara's asking. No.
It's a note question.
Okay, sorry. I don't have my glasses on. All right. So our scenarios are done for today. We had a bunch of people joining, but very, very, very shy. I wish you just maybe if you can share your feedback right now on the chat. If you like the session, if there's anything, a recommendation for the upcoming ones, we're still here. Would love to hear from you. Any questions, anything you want us to go through again, we would love that. We usually do this bi-weekly, so even if you're on vacation and you come back and you miss us, then we'll be here every 2 weeks. You just have to count it on the calendar which date, and we're good to go. I'm just gonna give a couple of minutes for people to see if they have any questions.
Yes, so if you can drop a comment, like
a thumbs up, thumbs down,
thumbs down to
anything.
tell us if it was good or not, if we answered your question, if it was clear, and if you still have questions, please let us know.
And if it was relatable to your role, because we don't know exactly what your roles are, even though we asked, but you don't want to tell us. But anyway, if it's relatable to your expectations or not, it would also be something good to hear or read in this case.
And that's the weird moment where we wait for your answer.
It's the awkward silence where we have to, wait for the shy people to come out. Maybe I should do like a session on...
We need to prepare. We know that this will happen every time.
Yeah.
Like the awkward moment. We need to have something.
Music. I don't know. Maybe a prep talk on how to be like... not feel shy. I don't know. I'll be like an inspirational... talker.
Okay, so we have a super from Nuno.
Thank you, Nuno.
Barbara, please let us know if it helped. We have some thumbs up on the video itself that are showing.
Nice thumbs ups. Thank you. Oh, I just thumbs up myself. Okay. So we have 1 thumbs down. I wonder who that person is.
Most likely me.
Maybe. Putting a pressure on me. Okay, we have kudos from Prismic. Thank you.
I think we can...
Yes, I think we're good. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It was a pleasure having you around. And in case you need any help, I'm just going to post my email in the chat right now so that you can hit me up in case you need us to set up a technical session, maybe a content modeling review, anything that could help you. We have Rafael who's asking how update images with Prismic Write API. Oh, you caught the man in the moment.
We need to leave. No. Okay, so Raphael, that's a very good question. We don't offer yet a Write API to update content or to update images. That's for a very specific reason. We are trying to understand exactly what are the use cases for that. We do offer for some specific cases Write API. For custom type management, for example, for what we call integration field, for like if you have a connection to an external catalog, like if you need for your e-commerce to connect to, I don't know, Shopify, to PrestaShop, to Magento, whatever, we do offer a Write API to be able to synchronize the two systems. And that can be used in the case of DAM today, like a digital asset management tool, but I would need to understand a bit more your use case to be sure that I answer it properly. That's something that we are considering for the Write API, but really we need to gather more feedback and more use cases in order to be sure that we implement the right thing.
We would love to know maybe why, is there like a specific reason why you want to have the Write API to update images? Do you have like a lot of documents with a lot of images? Is it hard for you to manage? If you can shed light on the background of the question, that maybe the product guy will be convinced.
No, the problem is not about conviction. En fait, the problem is very, very broad. Like if we talk about all the presentation that we just did, it was seamless, cool. Like the interface is clean. You don't have a lot of content. It's very clear to be able to navigate Prismic and to understand it. One of the main concern, let's say, about opening a Write API is the fact that since automatically and programmatically people will input content in Prismic, like this interface can be very crowded and very polluted by content that is not meant to be updated and not meant to be changed by a content editor. And at the end, the interface should be focused on content edition. So we need to really understand all the use cases so that we are able to just define a product and Write API that is set for a given task and a given set, and that will not pollute basically the overall experience of Prismic. What if they are personal photos you want to use?
Do you mean like on the cloud, or do you?
Yeah, because we can show you that right now, Barbara, because you said on the cloud. I think it was a question, an answer to Barbara.
Yes.
Okay. What we've done is that every time we were selecting an image from the media library, we were just selecting an image that was already there.
Yes.
But you can upload any image that you want.
Yes. So basically, you would just go to the media library. Let me show you right away. So basically, you would go to your media library, and then you would upload media, and you will be navigated to your personal task, like images. That's me. I just posted on myself an image of myself just so that you can see, and then it's loading, and that's it basically. Or if you downloaded it, you can just drag and drop it as well in the media library. We have another question maybe from someone. Let's see.
Yes, I was I try to read every time, and then I see my face, and I like. So I don't have so Nuno is saying I don't have a question, but I have been using Prismic since more than a month, and I really enjoy making the custom types. Super easy to have powerful multi-language website. Thanks a lot, Nuno.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so I guess we are done for today. Thank you so much again. I posted my email in the chat in case you would like to get in touch with me for any question. If you want to be pointed to the specific direction for to get in touch with the solutions engineer, maybe have a meeting with Renaud to talk about, I don't know, a new idea. Coffee seasoning. That would be me. Don't take away my thunder. So I wish you all a good day and stay safe. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
Bye.